Hi guys, welcome back to Nandy's Crafting Corner. Are you headed to a baby shower and you need some baby shower card ideas? Well, you've come to the right place. Today we're going to be making a card for my dear friend for her baby shower for a little baby girl. But before we begin, if you guys could like my video, if it was good when you're finished, and subscribe to my channel to show your support, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's jump in. So today I have a couple different things that we're gonna do. I have, and this is a retired set too, by the way, guys. This is called Butterfly Beauty and Butterfly Beauty Abounds for the DSP here. But I just thought it was really beautiful, these colors, and it matched really well with the ombre colors that I showed you guys the other day. Let me see what that name is. Yeah, the pastel ombre glitter paper. And I believe this is on our last chance list. So we're going to use a couple techniques. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to use our Big Shot to cut out our beautiful butterflies. So I have that guy right here. And I learned a technique today. So she said if you, oh man. Let me see if I can turn that a little. If you go through once, go through it again, and then even turn it upside down. Oh, I forgot I had these little guys at the end. Let's make sure they're done. And then go back through. And take it all the way out and flip your what are these called? Your cutting plates. Just flip them over carefully, not to move them around too much. And then slide them back into your Big Shot and recut it out. Then it cuts out everything really well, especially with this die. It has a lot of intricate designs to it, so I want to make sure it cuts it out really well. Let me move my camera back down. Okay, so now that we did that, let's get this guy out of the way. So we can have our regular workspace back. Okay, so this was just leftover from when I was die cutting before. That's why I always love to save my scraps, because look how tiny these are. And then the same thing for this. So you can use the background of this. Look how beautiful that is. To make a card in itself. You can maybe sponge daub it, make it like a cute little background, do it like a little masking maybe even. So we'll set that to the side. And where's my handy dandy little tool? Sorry guys, I'm looking for this guy. So I don't have a take your pick tool. This would be really good with that to poke out all these little cutouts, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to use this little guy here that I've had for forever and ever and ever. So I'll just show you how I do that. Really, what I first do is I try to get the die cut out, and then you can always go back in and clean out all these little guys. But usually they don't stay in the die cut when you cut it, especially if you've ran it through a few times. So I'm just poking the ones that I know are part of the actual butterfly, which are these really big ones here. Do you guys like the butterfly cards? Have you seen any of the butterfly Stampin' Up! Products? I know this one's super old, but I love every single one of them they come out with. They're just so springy. And I thought this would be a beautiful card for a baby girl. All right. And see, since we ran it a few times, none of them stuck to the die, except for this little guy here. Super easy peasy to get that. Okay, so there's that. And then let's not forget about these little guys. Look at that. All right, so we got those. And now we're gonna adhere this patterned paper to our card. But before we do that, I'm gonna try out a new technique, guys. So I want to do some embossing powder on the background in certain spaces. So I'm gonna take a sponge dauber, and I've never done this, so we'll see how well this works. But I wanna add a little bit of gold. To the background of this. So I'm just gonna randomly press on some of these flowers. Put first mark on some flowers here. Just to brighten up this background a little bit. And hopefully this works the way I think it's going to. Okay. And then let's get our little tray. I forgot about our little tray, so let's see how this went. And then if you look at my cardstock or my card base too, I was trying out another technique that I'll go into more detail on later. I want to see how it turns out first. Okay, so it looks like it did pick up the flowers like I wanted. Okay, perfect. So this is what it looks like right now, but everything will be gold. So let me just go heat emboss that real quick and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, so that didn't actually go as well as I thought. It just looked like a bunch of blobs everywhere. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take these little butterfly stamps and just randomly stamp them. And now try. So let's get our gold embossing powder. Let's get them on all those beautiful butterflies. Okay, now that looks much better. Actually, I'm gonna redo this corner. There was two at the very top. And there's two on the very bottom too, but I think I'm gonna leave those. So I wanted to do more of this guy. Okay. Okay, so here we have it. Let me go heat emboss this. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here we are. That is our finished background product. Okay, and I also need to give this a little trim. Since I switched out that paper, I didn't get to cut it first. So let's bring in my trimmer. And let's just trim that down. So this is my creative process, guys. I have an idea and I just try to run with it. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But if we didn't do the first one, I wouldn't have thought of this. So it works out. So we're gonna need to cut this 4 by 5 1/4. And that cuts off quite a bit of my butterflies. So I'm just gonna do a 1/4 each from each side, I think. We don't want to cut too much of the butterflies off. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. Now we can get this out of the way. Bring our mat back in. And then let's get our other little butterfly out too. Oh, we did already. There he is. Okay. Let's move everything out of the way and we can start adhering our card down. So again, like I was saying, this is a new technique that I'm trying out. So I'll go over that when I make a card with it, and it's a little bit more prominent. Look how jazzed up this designer series paper looks now. So gorgeous. Okay, now to adhere this guy, we can do quite a few things, but I'm just going to use my handy dandy Tombow. And I'm just going to do all the bigger spots. And I'm going to try not to put too much glue. I have a tendency to put a little much, like it can't stick by itself or something. Let's see. Is there any beginners watching this video? I'd love to say hi to you guys. Welcome to the crafting world. It sure is entertaining and fun. A sense of community. I just love it. And I love to see the creations that others make as well. They give me so much inspiration to try new techniques and to do new things. Okay, I think I like that. All right, what do you think, guys? We have the gold butterflies in the background. We have our die cut in the foreground there. Would also be look good if you popped it up on dimensionals. And then just be careful when you're gluing it down too, because since I moved it a little bit, I got some glue on the side there, but as long as I don't put it down for too long, it should be good. Now that didn't leave me a lot of room for sentiments, so I'm just gonna put all my sentiments on the inside. And then I have congratulations and sweet little baby, one happy family. And I'm gonna use Gorgeous Grape. And I'm gonna put it about there. No rocking. Oh, fabulous. I got it on the first shot. That is a miracle. And then these little guys, I was thinking of putting them like that. maybe something, yeah, like that. So let's get this guy glued down. Now this one might be a little bit harder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on my sponge dauber here. Should really be doing this on my silicone mat. Okay. Hopefully we don't just get it everywhere. Put one little guy there. I also have these strips for the bottom. Let's see, how do I want them arranged? And when I figure that out, I'm just gonna cut them. Just gonna cut them with my scissors. You guys don't usually see me decorating the inside of a card. I do that for later, so. Because I know you guys don't have so much time to watch me sometimes, so I want to respect your time and try to get the bulk of the card out of the way. I think I put that a little sideways. Guy at the bottom there. Oh boy, me and glue, I tell ya. All right, and then maybe put this one down here at the bottom. Maybe like that. So I can write a little message. Oh yeah, we use this guy. I think that worked out really well. Did you guys know that trick, using a little sponge dauber? It's my favorite one. Although I'm using my green sponge dauber because I couldn't find my glue one. But that's all right. All right, guys, here's our card today. What do we think? Honestly, this would make a really pretty card by itself, just the inside of this. Well, I'm glad you guys came to visit me today. I hope you liked this card. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.